Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions. Hello and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me. Our theme this week has been travel. And before we get into our lesson, it is very important for us to sanitize. Remember, when you are sanitizing, you have to sanitize all of your hand. Inside, in between, round and on the wrists. Make sure that your hand is dry or your hands are dry before you touch anything else. It's very important for us to also check our social distancing, and we do that by checking our sides and in front of us. Well done. Our topic for this lesson is the letter V and G and handwriting. For our first exercise today, please can you turn to page 11. On this page, we are being introduced to a new letter. The name of the letter is V, and the sound that it makes is V. Let's all say V. Again, V. One more time, V. Well done. So we are going to try and draw the letter V to write it. As you can see, we start on the dot and we go down, and without lifting our pencil, we come back up. Very good. I want you to try with your finger. Let's start at the top, down, and without lifting your finger, go up. Very good. Make sure that where you start your V is the same spot where you end it. They need to be on the same level. You're going to practice writing the letter V in the blocks. Let's take a look at the board. Now there are many different words that start with V. For example, we have vase. This is a type of vase. And with this vase, you can put anything in it. For example, you can put water and you can put a beautiful flower in the vase. And a vase can come in different shapes. For example, this is also a vase. You can put more flowers and maybe even marbles in this vase as well. Other words that start with V are van. The van that we use to travel. Yes, some of you actually go to school in a van sometimes. And then the one that we all know and I hope we love eating is vegetables. Now I love broccoli. That is my favorite vegetable. And I wonder what your favorite vegetable is. I want you to tell the person at home what your favorite vegetable is. And remember, vegetables are very good for our health. I would like you to complete this exercise by yourself. Take your time and make sure that when you're writing the word V, the letter V, and making the sound V, that your lines are nice and straight. Enjoy yourselves. Our next exercise is also another letter. Let us turn to page 12. On page 12, we can see a beautiful letter with many, many curves. This letter is called the letter G. And when it makes its sound, it goes like this. G. G. Let's all say G. Well done. Again, G. Yes. So the name of the letter is G, and the sound that it makes is G. As you can see, we have a goat because it starts with the letter G. And your job is to write the letter G in the blocks below. Let's take a look at the board. On the board, we have the big letter G and the small letter g. Now, they are written differently, but today we want to focus on the small letter G. This is the one that we are going to learn how to write. If you look in your booklets, the small letter G in your booklets starts at the top and it goes round, up and down with a curve. I want you to take your finger, well done, and you're going to go round, up and curve. Very good. Now let's try it on the board. I have my chalk. You have your finger. And we're going to start. We start here at the top, remember? And we're going to go round, up, and curve. And there you go. That is my G. We can't really see it yet because the chalk is a little wet, but it's going to appear. Now, as you can see, for the letter G, it likes to sit halfway of the line. So the head of the letter G is sitting on the line. And then the letter G likes to hang its legs just over. There are many, many words that have G or the letter G. Remember, the sound that the letter G makes is G. For example, glass. You can see that it is at the beginning of the word glass. There is also another word, for example, girl. So let us try again to draw the letter G. Are we ready? Round, up and down. And remember, when you're drawing your letter G, you must make sure that the head and the feet are in the same line or position. She can't have her legs in front of her, and she can't have her head there in front of the legs. Take your time when you're doing this exercise, and I know that you're going to have fun. Do you know any more words that start with G? I want you to tell the people at home all the words that start with G. Enjoy yourselves. Our next exercise is going to be very fun, but it is going to need you to be calm and take it slow. Let's look at page 13. On page 13, we have a handwriting exercise, and it is your job to get the horse to the stable, the plane to the hanger, and the rabbit to the tree. You're going to do these patterns, but the trick is not to lift your hand. So I want you to first try it with your finger, and I want you to say it as you go. As you can see, each pattern is very different. For the horse, it goes round, down, and you have to come back up without lifting your pencil. Let's take a look at the board. On the board, I have a similar pattern for you. And I'm going to do this pattern with you at home right now. But I would like you to use your finger and do it in your book. So we are starting here. Do you have your finger there? Well done. And we're going to go round, down, then without lifting our pencil, go back up in a straight line and round again, down. Remember, we're not lifting our pencil. Go back up and round and down. Keeping our pencil there, go back up until the pattern is done. If you need to stop, make sure that you don't lift your pencil. Otherwise, the pattern will be wrong. Down, you go back up and make sure that you're within the lines of the pattern. Down, go back up, very good, and down. And I have finished my pattern. I hope you have finished yours too. So remember, you're not allowed to lift up your pencil. Let's take a look at the next one. The next one has the aeroplane, and it is going, starting from the bottom, going round in a loop and down, and round in a loop again, going up and down. We're going to try a similar pattern on the board. So you start with your finger, remember, and I will do it with my chalk here on the board. And remember, when you're doing it, it's very easy for you if you say it. So let's start here. We're going up, round, and down. Without lifting your pencil, up, round. Take your time when you're going round, and down. Very good. Up, round, and down. Well done. Remember, it's very important not to lift up your pencil and to make the lines meet the trace line as well. Up, round, and down. And the last one, up, round, and down. So this was the second pattern. Remember, when you're doing this, when you're going round, it's okay to stop or take your time or slow down, but it is not okay to lift up your pencil. Let's take a look at the last pattern. Now the last pattern, I know you know it very well. It is the zigzag pattern. This is the one that the rabbit is going to use to get to the tree. So we are going to try the pattern, you with your finger on your paper and me on the board with my chalk. So we're going to start by going up and down, up and down. Remember, you're not allowed to lift up your pencil. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So this is the last one that we're going to do. Make sure that you don't lift up your pencil. I want you to concentrate and I want you to look carefully at the pattern. If you need to take it slow, then slow down. And remember, it's made easier if you say what you are doing. Enjoy yourselves and make sure your work is neat. I really do hope that you took your time when you were doing your handwriting exercise. Remember, it's very important not to lift up your pencil and to take your time. Let's take a look at our next exercise on page 14. On page 14, we can see that there is a group of friends who want to meet, and there is a path that they need to follow. You're going to first use your finger to track the path that they need to use. Remember, it's very important not to take closed roads or roads that are blocked. And once you are done with that with your pencil, you are free to color that page. And remember, when you are tracing with your pencil, it's also very important not to lift up your pencil. This will be the last exercise that we will do for today. I hope you really enjoyed this lesson. And remember, when we are sanitizing our hands, we need to make sure that we go inside our hands, outside our hands, in between, round and round on our wrists as well. And make sure that your hands are dry before you touch anything. It's also very important for you to check your social distancing by checking beside you and in front of you to make sure you're not touching anyone or anything. Zoe told me that she had gone out of space in a rocket. So I wonder if she's back. Zoe, are you here? Oh, there she is. How was out of space? I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. So, from Zoe and I, we would like to say bye.